Right, team, XDefiant Season 1 has been out for 15 days, and we are going to go through a comprehensive breakdown of what's changed, what needs to be fixed, and what is killing this game. So, without further ado or delay, let's jump in, grab a blanket, and get comfy, and have a look at what's been happening in Season 1 of XDefiant. So, like I said, Season 1's been out for 15 days, and we have a lot of changes that have happened, and the biggest one for me is the Weapon and Battle Pass XP tokens. Now, previously, you activate one, and it will run out before you even get in the game, which is very, very frustrating, especially when you're trying to grind your levels up, you're trying to grind that Battle Pass out, you really want to max out your guns, you want to get the new camos, you can't do it, because you run out of token before you're in the game. It's very frustrating. So what they've done is they've actually made the tokens only count on in-game time, which is elite. I think that is fantastic. So even if you activate one and you log off and go and feed the dogs or play poker with the boys, I don't know what you get up to, go to quiz night, who knows. Even if you do that, even if you do all those silly things instead of playing XDefiant, you won't lose your token because you're not in game. So it's fantastic. I think it's a great update. Now there is a new map out with Season 1 and it's called Clubhouse, and it is rubbish. I think it is the worst thing that's ever happened to this game other than Echelon HQ. The flow seems really off on Clubhouse, and it's really hard to read where the enemy players are shooting you from. And I think with time, maybe we'll get used to it, but what do you guys think? It just reminds me, like I said, it reminds me of Echelon HQ, and I despise that map. I think it's the worst thing ever. Now, also a capture the flag game mode has been added into the game, which is really, really fun if you like playing really boring game modes. I've played a little bit of it, not much. And from what I have played, I will say it's just not the greatest thing. I think there's search and destroy. Search and destroy. Come on. That would be much better. Gun game even. Gun game would be fun. But capture the flag. Seriously, what are we doing? Paintball? I just don't enjoy it. I think it's rubbish. Now, if you like it, please tell me why you like it, because I'd love to know. Maybe I can change my lens up a bit and give it a crack from a different perspective. But at the moment, it is just not something that I enjoy at all whatsoever. Also, with the Season 1 update, we did receive some new weapons. So we got 3 new weapons, and those 3, you got your LV, you got your L115 sniper, and the Sawed Off secondary. Sawed off secondary. So you got your Sawed Off secondary shotgun. Wow, that is very, very challenging to say 3 times fast. Now, with the LV, it's actually like it's sort of similar to the M4, except it does have a bit more recoil. It has a higher rate of fire to, I guess, level the recoil out. It also feels a bit lighter, and it has less of a range. So when you first unlock it through the battle pass, at the lower levels, it's really hard to win a gunfight, especially when you're playing against, you know, MP7s and, you know, basically any other gun. It's really hard to win a gunfight. But I will say, once you sort of start to level it up, you unlock a few attachments, it does get a little bit easier. And I have seen people on Reddit saying, you know, if you chuck a muzzle booster on there with a rapid fire, a small vert foregrip, and like a quick mag and maybe a lightweight stock, it can shred. So I'd be excited to try that. I'm not at the level yet where I can add all those attachments, but once I do get to an appropriate level, I will do a full build on it, like I have done for the ACR and the AK and the M4. Did I do an AK build? I didn't do an AK build. Like I did for the ACR and the M4. We can go through what attachments work and how it performs in game as an average XDefiant player. Now, like I mentioned, so the LV, you've got your L115 sniper and the Sawed Off secondary. Now, you unlock all these guns through the battle pass. So you've got to unlock that battle pass tier. They are free, so you don't have to buy the battle pass to get the weapons. But you do have to level up quite a lot. So I think the Sawed Off is at level 80. The L115 sniper is before that, and then the first one you get your hands on is the LV. Now, you got a few options with the battle pass. You can buy tier skips from the store, and that will help you reach the battle pass levels quicker, but you got to spend your whole life savings trying to get there, which is, you know, I actually think it's disappointing, especially when they hype up. We got the new guns. The new guns are coming in the game. It's going to be fantastic. And then you get there and you have to bloody use, you know, 10 hours, 84 years worth of gameplay to unlock them through the battle pass, or you have to spend literally your entire bank account to get them. I'm not a huge fan of it. I was expecting to jump on and just be able to use the gun straight away, and that's just not the case, which is, yeah, it's a bit of a letdown for me. I haven't unlocked the GSK faction yet. I actually was playing for at least a couple of days before I realized that I actually had to activate the challenge before I started earning XP to unlock the GSK. So I mean, blonde moment at all, but seriously, that was ridiculous in itself. I've come up against it a few times in game. Not a lot of people are using it, surprisingly. I thought there would definitely be more people using it, but everyone's obsessed with the little spider bots and whatnot. I think it adds a nice mix of balance with the other factions that are in the game at the moment, but I'll stick to my fire bullet guy. You guys know I absolutely adore the fire bullets. I think they're fantastic. Now, I have had a look at what you're all saying on Reddit in terms of the issues that have been popping up in the game, and I try and keep up to date with what's happening. I also play a little bit of the game, so I do pick up on things, and I have noticed that the netcode issues are back, and they're back in full effect. It's very, very, very frustrating. Like I'm almost blowing smoke just thinking about it, but it's such a letdown that they sort of fixed it and then it came back in full effect when they released the season 1 update. Let's catch my breath. Now, the latency and hit reg issues, so like the netcode stuff, apparently, supposedly, if you turn crossplay off, if you have it activated at the moment, you turn it off, it will fix the issue. Obviously that's not a permanent fix. It's not something that the devs have said anything about. It's just something that someone's picked up on, which is, it's a nice little workaround. Although if you're trying to lobby up with your friends and they all play PC and you're on the PS5 or vice versa, you're just up a creek without a paddle, basically, which is really, yeah, it's a letdown. Now, I think the biggest thing that's killing this game at the moment is the cheaters. There are so many cheaters in this game. I mean, in ranked, there's a heap of cheaters. So when you get to your level 40 and you're trying to level up from bronze, in ranked, there's so many people cheating, which is very frustrating. And then also when you're just pub stomping, basically, you're playing public matches, unranked, casually, you're just running into cheaters all the time. I was in a game where this guy was literally just running around. He went 55-1 all headshots. Pretty interesting. He's either the biggest no-lifer in the world or absolutely goated at the game, or cheating. And it's the third one. It was cheating. And I think cheaters, Nadeshot said it best, they're fucking losers, brother. With that said, what are you guys thinking of the Season 1 update? Obviously, there's a few things that need to be fixed. I think we're probably going to be able to expect some updates in the near future in terms of... there was actually a patch note released today, and I'll go through that in depth when the update's released. But there's definitely things that are going to need to be fixed. There's things that are working well, but what do you guys think overall? As the players, as the community, I think it's important for us to talk about what we're enjoying about the game, what our dislikes are, what our gripes are, and what can be fixed, really. What will make the game work for us? I mean, at the end of the day, they want us to play it, and if they want us to play it, they can listen to us and they can fix the things that aren't working. So drop a comment. Let's see what your opinions are. I'd love to know. And until next time, guys, I've been Presco, and behave yourselves.